This is for Wendee. How do you get such good range in your voice? Because you play, just on Bleach, you play Yorichi and Uru, and they sound nothing alike. So I'd never be able to guess they're the same person.
For me, that's the best part. That's the challenge, is to be able to be a vocal chameleon and really hide behind my different characters and not let their voices bleed through between one another so they're completely unidentifiable. But for Ururu, when I went to the audition, I just kind of developed this whole new kind of voice, and she's just so insecure, but I can also kick your butt. So yeah, I think really the key for longevity in our business is diversity. So having a big bag of tricks and lots of different placements for your voice, and that's what gives you, a variety in your ability to play in lots of different shows. But I also hear a lot of backlash for the very same thing, which is kind of perplexing to me. But I hear people complaining, oh God, not the same, oh she's in it again, oh no, not again, It's like, well, we're in a business where we need to work. And, the more that we're out there, securing new roles, the more it ensures that we have a profession. So I think it's hard sometimes for younger kids to understand that the same people work a lot because they deliver, and they're dependable, and they can do it fast and within a very tight budget, which is usually the case for anime.
Improvisational comedy is also a good a background for that as well, because you get to play different characters, and you're thrown into exercises and situations where you just get to use your imagination and play different characters. So, that's another great place to get tools, in addition to voiceover workshops if you're going to pursue the business. In the front?
This is for both Quinton and Wendee. What was both of your favorite characters you've ever played, and what was your favorite line that they both said?
What was the first one? First question?
Favorite character.
Favorite character ever played, and favorite line?
Yeah.
My favorite character was Spider-Man, like I said before, because it was a childhood dream. I mean, as a kid in the summertime, I grew up in Northeast Ohio, near Cleveland, and in the summertime it was hot, stick your hands, crawl up inside the door jamb, and then get to the ceiling, and I'm like, I'm Spider-Man. Like, if I can do this now, imagine what I can do later. And favorite line? Oh boy. And the only one I can remember right now is, got it memorized. Probably because I'm asked to say it every time I'm out.
We often consider our characters almost like our kids, like our own children, and they all have a little place in our heart, unless they're what we call throat rippers, where you have to do a lot of screaming and you're just like, I don't think I can handle much more of that. I certainly went through a lot of vocal fatigue with Yahiko and Kenshin, and let's see, several others, but the more they fight, the more action there is, the more it's wearing on your vocal cords. But for me, I'm so close to Fei because she's my signature character. So really, she's the girl. She's my, she's probably the most Western written character that I've been able to play. So I feel really akin to her. But I gotta tell you, Haruhi's really a close second.
That's awesome. There. That's Sam, isn't it?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, if you're done.
No, I have to say this right, or else I'm going to be mad at myself. You were mentioning Faye earlier, and what was funny was when I started getting into watching anime shows and stuff, I had heard from various people that Cowboy Bebop was supposed to be magnificent. So I remember seeing it at the library all the time, and I was like,
Closer to the mic.
okay, sorry. Don't want to infect anyone. So I got it, and I watched it, and I was taken by it, and And then something happened, and it occurs in the last episode, and it's a conversation that you have with Steve Bloom, the final one that Faye and Spike have. And that moment absolutely blows my mind whenever I watch it. It's incredible. I mean, it's so deftly played, and the way in which you break down psychologically in that moment is so beautiful and heartbreaking and sad. And it's a moment that I define as perfect. I wouldn't change it for anything. I just wouldn't. So I wanted to tell you that.
Thank you so much. That is so thoughtful. Thank you. On that note, let me just add how hard we work at making every single little nuance of each line be the very best it can be. I mean, Quinton will tell me if he knows he has a better take in him. You know, he'll say, no, let me just try it one more time. Yeah, it's
true.
You know, so we pour our hearts into this stuff, and we have to deliver very quickly. It's a very interesting right brain, left brain discipline. There's a whole technical aspect. It's very much like playing an instrument. It's like being really quick to lay down a fast guitar solo. And like, great, you got that cue. Now, on to drum solo. Or, it's very much like music in that way. And I am such a perfectionist. I'm not an easy director. I demand a lot out of people, and I know it's because they can deliver it. And
she's a great director, by the way.
Thank you very much. And we really jam. Like, we work together, and I'm not, my perspective on directing is not, it's my show. I am there to trust my actors to bring out the best that they know they can deliver. And then to just give them a little feedback and guide and hone and massage it into place. But to trust the intellect and the instincts and the creativity of the people we work with, who are awesome. As you know, I mean, only the best, you know how many people are trying to get into this business and how many people would love to do what we do for free. But this is our living, so the best people that are available are the ones that you're hearing that get these jobs. Anyway, just a note on how much love goes into every single line we record.
Oh, the gentleman there, glasses and long hair and
stripes.
Yeah.
Being actors, I know you guys do a lot of method acting. What is the most awkward thing you've had to do in trying to get in preparation for a character? Like using a prop or running around the set, that kind of thing?
Being here. Let's see.
Are you into method at all?
Yeah, I did some years ago, not for voiceover, but for theatrical. I did TV, film a little bit. But I will say, there was, yeah, I used to do all kinds of research and all that, but I threw that out the window because just naturally, once we have direction given to us on copy, they'll have a picture of the character and, like vocal range, age range, like say 28 to 40, gender, ethnicity, height, weight, and interests, texture of voice, where they live, what they do. I mean, they give you so much information that the homework's kind of done for you, and if you can just take that and apply it, then you're good to go. But I will say, I'll give you a weird story that happened to me early in my days in Hollywood. I was being directed in the booth for some audition, I don't know if it was a pilot or something. And there was a director and a couple producers. And this guy gave me this weird direction. He wanted me to raise the voice of this superhero I was doing, And I could get up here, up here. It's like, higher. Okay, up here, up here. He's like, that's not high enough. He said, listen, I'm gonna come in the booth and I'm gonna help you. I said, okay. So he comes in the booth and he picks up a broom. He said, now, I'm gonna put this broom between your legs. He said, and just, you know, go with it. Just go with it, you know. And when I bring the broom up, make your voice go up. And then I'm going to put it down. When I bring it up higher again, you know, make your voice higher. And I was just young and nervous, impressionable, and, you know, like a real people pleaser. You know, I didn't have any strongly defined boundaries. So I said, okay. So here comes this broom between my legs. I'm like, you know, okay, we're going down the street. And we're gonna get those guys because they're bad guys. We're really gonna tear them apart. So let's go, go, go! I feel violated. I've been violated. Yeah, and I walked out of there, and he said, thank you, that was great. Yeah, it was wonderful. And one of the producers came out right after me. She said, I am so sorry. We had no idea he was going to do that. It was completely inappropriate. That's never happened before. I said, really? Oh, thank you. Because I thought, if this is the way the business goes, I'm getting out of it.
It was. I knew it. Yeah. Yeah. This.
Check director. This particular director was. You did such a good impersonation of him. I knew who it was. He was known for being extremely abusive to actors. He'll remain nameless, but one of his most familiar critiques or feedback was, all right, could you do it again and not suck? That's how he would direct. I mean, it was just awful.
It's terrible, yeah.
It's brutal. But he's been replaced.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Yeah, he's gone.
He's gone.
Yeah, for a long time
For a
now.
long time, yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yes, you?
Like, okay, I mean, it's sad, but no, when Cartoon Network canceled Naruto, there was like 11 more episodes of the original series to go. When it went to Disney XD, weren't they given the tapes of those 11 remaining episodes to show? Wow.
I don't know.
Yeah, because Cartoon Network cut it off. There's like 11 more episodes to go of the original series.
That's such a strange place to cut it off. I didn't know that.
Cartoon Network does that with a bunch of anime. It's like they're so anti-anime all of a sudden. The only anime they show is that horrible Pokemon dub. I resent that.
That's just not right.
No, it's not.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, Viz has had some real cutbacks. They have reduced their staff by over 50%. So they've really taken a hard hit with the downturn of the economy in Japan. It's been rough. Plus, let's be honest, the thing that's hurting anime the most are illegal downloads.
Yes.
The second thing that's hurting anime the most are illegal downloads, like for real. And then there's another problem of people not buying series, and then I know that the fans' perspective, I often hear it's because they're not always putting enough into the content, but they're kind of raising the price. Like there's not a full series, but a partial series. So I know the pricing's rough. I feel bad that our fans generally have to purchase shows to be able to see them. It seems like buying the manga and the toys and everything else should be enough to support a title, but it's not always the case. But Viz particularly has taken some real hits, and they have cut all their budgets, and they have cut the heck out of Bleach. And they have decided to just put some shows, to continue to dub them, but only make them available on their website initially. That's what they often say to us, and then later they'll have another air life. They'll be able to air at a later time, or they'll sell the whole, they'll always end up selling episodes. But that's a really good bit of feedback I'm going to take back to the studio and see what happened there.
Oh, wow.